Hi there, I'm here. This is Usha Singh, your MBA therapist. So, today we are going to talk about overthinking. I'm sure this is the pattern most of us have because whether you're a male or female, overthinking is a pattern, right? So, thinking, what is thinking? Thinking is to think, right? Okay, if I do A to B task, what will happen? What are the logical part of it, right? I'm sure most of us tried government exams and everything. We do the analytical part. So we have left and right brain, right? So left brain is more logical and right brain is more emotional. And people who works from left to right is the vice versa, right? So now coming to overthinking, what does you think about overthinking? I'm sure you must be thinking just thinking about the same thing, or you might be thinking worrying about something, right? So let me break it down for you. Overthinking is nothing but when we are looping ourselves into same thing by reconnecting it to our past experiences, fears, stress, then only we overthink. Let's take an example. So, you are a working professional and you need to balance your personal life and your official life, right? So, if either way, let's say you have an what do you call a meeting with your manager, right? And it didn't go well. Maybe you didn't submit, or he said something. You were a little upset about it, but that meeting is over 30 minutes back. But what we do as a professional, we come and talk to friends or colleague and tell this is what my manager told, this is what I am, blah 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 blah. So we are just talking about the problem. So what happening? Your subconscious mind is taking all that again in your when you go back home, again that problem is running back of you, so you don't behave properly at home also. You cannot give proper response to your family, your partner, your family members, whoever you stay with, right? So, overthinking is a loop of thoughts which we think could be possible. Okay, let me share you something quickly. Okay, so if we think about it, I'm sorry, I think my net is a bit slow. Overthinking, the trap of endless thoughts. So, as I was saying, constantly worrying, ruminating on the past mistake or future uncertainties can lead to anxiety and sleep disturbance. So, what happens? The meeting was over already, 30 minutes in your office time, but you carry it till home. What will happen next? What will my manager do? Will it will impact my job? How should I treat? But is this your manager problem? No, as a childhood you have been having this pattern of worrying because when you were younger, right, what happens, we cultivate our habits and beliefs at very younger age, somewhere around when you are in 6 7 standard is what your self image started creating, because as a child we absorb a lot of things, right? So everybody has a different coping mechanism and thought process, and it all depends in your environment you've been there and things you have seen in your school, colleges, and everything, right? So constantly, and as we grow, right, I think you must have all seen Three Idiots, where I forgot his name, the one in, I think it was Madhavan, who was little feared in Tamil, but in Hindi it was I forgot his name. So he was a bright student, right? But as he started fearing, he were all say believing in God and spirituality is different. But if you do with the fear and not with the conviction, it doesn't work. So the fear built us. What he was thinking, okay, how will I take care of my sister? How will I take care of my mother? She is suffering, her father is suffering. So all that worry made him overthink. But he cannot predict future, right? So future is nothing but what actions you take today. So constantly when we worry about something based on our past traumas, experiences, and what we have felt at that moment, we behave today also. So that's the root cause for you to understand. If you, because in a day we know 70 to 80,000 thoughts comes, everything will become true? No, right? We all say properly saraswati baith jayegi, right? Why we say? Because anything can become real the more you believe it comes true. Okay, so let's say, what happens when you're overthinking? You're constantly worrying about something, and this worry is not your present, it's from your past experiences and everything. So you got to go back and think why you behave in certain way. There is some limiting beliefs and self doubts you are having, you about yourself. Your context is not, I don't know. So there are a lot of things, and each individual is different, and each person's level is different. So which level are you? You got to know that. Then only you can work how to be more confident and not worry about things, right? Because as a child we don't know how to take things, right? But as we grow we find a way. Either we hide, either we ignore, or either we don't address them. Okay. Second is negative self-talk. I'm sure we all do that, na? Positive in news itself we see first negative. Now things are like that, right? So, and with us also we do negative talk because we are looking at self validation from others rather than validating ourselves, right? So let's say like an example. You have a fight with your, and a boy and a girl perspective matters, because as I said, each individual environment they have brought up and how they work is totally different, right? So if two partner fight, a girl will react in a different way and a boy in different way. Boys will think it's over and they will go as usual and walk, it doesn't worry them. Girls, the whole day they will thinking why the partner has not told me like this, I was expecting this and all this. They will be whole day emotionally very weak, right? She would have not thought of understanding what husband might have going through, and he has not understand what the wife is going through, right? So this is what happens when we do lot of self negative talk and think, right? I am not beautiful, he doesn't like me, because I'm fat, I'm not good complexion. Because beauty concepts are totally different, all talk with girl, but this is how we start talking negative, right? So critical inner voices can erode confidence and self-esteem, creating a cycle of self-doubt. So when we start creating this is what happens. Okay. Now, decision paralysis. Overthinking can prevent decision action, leading to procrastination and missed opportunity, right? If I want to avoid that decision, I will take a leave next day. If I have some issue with my manager, I'm not ready to face it, and I don't know what to do, and I have created so much thought, oh, it may go this way, that maybe it is nothing. Because it happened with me a lot of time. When you grow in your professional ladder, right, you don't know how to talk to your leaders and how to talk to your colleagues sometimes, because you all go and think, okay, this is my job and this is what do. But when you work as a team, there are different stakeholders, team members, manager, where we have to collaboratively work. But if we escape and don't go, then we are not able to take a decision there, right? So to make a decision, your mental balance, your emotional regulation should be fine, right? So these are the three things which can impact overthinking. And I have talked to many people. Even I am a overthinker, but now I have understood my pattern, how I work, why I overthink, what were my self doubts, what were my fears. And today, trust me, I'm out of overthinking, right? So there are a lot of steps which you can follow to overthink. But first, before that, you need to find your root cause. Once you know the root cause, so for me it was my self-worth and self-image which created more overthinking, because anything I do I second guess. Because from family, from school, and your colleges, when you do things and you have got those feedbacks, you try not to be treated that way, right? So you build your personality that way. So overthinking can be stopped by regulation our emotion. And see, if you go to any therapist or psychologist, they will say do exercise, meaningful and everything. Yes, this all work, but when you start working on yourself and you know what is the root cause of your overthink. Okay, I hope you enjoy the session and do not overthink. Know where you are stuck and learn with me more about mental health wellness. Why I'm doing this session is more that because I have been working with